Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello grade 3s and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is safety measures. And before we get into any lessons, my dear friends, we know that we have to sanitize. So let us take our sanitizer and rub our hands thoroughly. Remember, every time that you sanitize, make sure that you have both hands covered. That way you know that you're keeping safe. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be talking about regular verbs and capacity. For our first exercise today, boys and girls, let's all turn to page 26. On page 26, we are going to be doing regular verbs. Now, this is when we turn a verb into a simple past tense verb. How we do this is by adding ed at the end of the word, or if it has an e already, we just add a d. You've been given some examples and I'd like us to do some on the board as well. So let's take a look. The first example that they give you is for the word listen. Now, if you add the ed that we're talking about, it now changes from a normal verb into the simple past tense verb listened. So make sure that when you are changing it, you add the ed. The same thing can be said for the word cook. Once you add ed, it becomes cooked. Now, for the ones that already have an e, like the word like, we just add a d. Then our word like becomes liked. The same can be said for the word share. We have an e, so all we need is a d, and it becomes shared. So have fun with this exercise, boys and girls. Take your time, read the words out loud so that you know what to do. Adding a ed or adding a d. I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
For the next part of our lesson, boys and girls, let's all turn to page 27. On page 27, we are going to be doing capacity in the form of liters and milliliters. Now, we already know that the milliliter is smaller than the liter. And for us to do number 1, we need to remember what is equal to what. So let's take a look at the board. The first rule that you need to remember, boys and girls, is that 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So if we have 1 liter, then that means we have 1,000 milliliters. If we have 2 liters, that means we also have 2,000 milliliters. If we have 3 liters, then that means we have 3,000 milliliters. Now don't forget, boys and girls, to put the 3 zeros so that we can show that it is for thousands. And then when you're done answering number 1, you can move to number 2. Let's take a look at what number 2 says. Now, in our exercise, number 2 is saying, how much is it all together? In this case, we are going to be adding. So, we're going to take the numbers we've been given and then put them together. The one we are going to do together is the one where we can see the wine glasses. So, let's take a look at the board. The first thing you need to do is to find your whole numbers. Here we have 5 and 5. If we say 5 plus 5, we know, boys and girls, that it is 10. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Add our 5s. So now that we have added our 5s, we're going to cross them out. And then, because we have 1, 2 zeros, and they don't add up to anything, we need to now put them so that we know our answer. If we have 1, 2 zeros, then another 0 as well, we need to put them there so that we know that we have replaced them. And then we can cross them out. And this one, there we go. So we now know that 500 milliliters plus 500 milliliters equals to 1,000 milliliters. And remember our golden rule, the one on top, that says 1,000 milliliters is equal to 1 liter. So you can also go ahead and put your answer in liters as well. So be careful, boys and girls, when you're adding. Make sure you look carefully at the zeros. Now let's go to the bottom of the exercise to complete it. Number 3 says, fill up each bottle with the given capacity. You can see on the side, our jars, they end at 1,000 milliliters, 1,000 milliliters. Now, with each one, you can see that we have been given numbers at the bottom. Those are the numbers that will guide us to tell us how much we need to put in. Let's take a look at the board and try and fill up the first one. Now here, I've given you a clue to say that half, 1/2, or half a milliliter is equal to 500 liters. So half a liter is equal to 500 milliliters. So if you're going to have your jar, let's say this is our jar, the one I'm drawing here on the board. Our jar has 1,000 milliliters. So right at the top, we know that if we fill up our jar, I missed 1 0, there we go. If we fill up our jar, we know that it is equal to 1 liter, but we don't need to fill up our jar, we just need half. So if you look on the side of the jar, they show you where the 500 mark is, and it is halfway of the jar. So that is where you are going to put your line, and you're going to color as well. Take your time, boys and girls. Make sure that you convert it carefully using the clues I have given you here. I will see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list. For the attention of pre-primary schools, Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn, and more. We distribute countrywide in over 10 different languages.
Boys and girls, we have now come to the end of our lesson and I hope you had fun. Remember, if you're not sure what to do or you are confused, that's okay. You can ask an adult for help, so long you finish your work by yourself. So now that we are done with our lesson, it's time to sanitize. So let us take our sanitizer and rub our hands thoroughly. Remember, sanitizing shows that you are a responsible boy and girl. So try and sanitize as often as possible. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder though, I've been looking for him the whole lesson. Zoshi, where are you? Did you hide from me again? Oh, there you are, Zoshi. Hello. Hi. So, from Zoshi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.